I got some ideas, I got some pals, let's get together and pitch some games. Yes, transitioning into Kirby. Who hasn't played Kirby?
Who doesn't love
Shay,
Kirby?
What was your first Kirby game? Was it the original one?
Actually, yeah, it was the Game Boy. The big old brick with the green screen.
I remember playing that on the bus. I
Yep.
think Brian had that. I got to play it a few times as a kid, but I realized I wasn't that aware of it. Just that it was like a Game Boy game. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. My first actual Kirby game that I ever had was the Superstar Saga on the Super Nintendo.
The first one I owned was the N64 version.
Kirby 64.
Yeah, the Crystal Shards.
Oh wow! I know that game isn't regarded as one of the good ones.
I really liked it. Like, there's no way I can properly defend that game, but I liked it. What I liked about it was just that you could find enemies that had single powers, and you could get those single powers, but you had the chance of mixing them with another one. Like, say you were going to mix like fire and sword, you'd have a fire sword. Or
oh, that's cool. I'm not sure if any of the other games have done that, but the one great thing about the Kirby series is some of the games, they have side-scrolling stuff, and they stick to the classics where you're Kirby and you're sucking up enemies and you're getting their powers. And then they go off the wall and they make something like the recent Mass Attack on the DS. And your little Kirbys, you got like 10, 12 of them, and you're all like controlling them at once. Or, you got the epic yarn thing where you're turning into yarn things. And then you got like Kirby's Air Ride on the, GameCube. And yeah, I at least starting in like the DS era, they really went crazy because it started with Canvas Curse, and I never played that, but seeing it like the painting and stuff was pretty cool. And then there was the Epic Yarn, the Mass Attack, and the new one just came out in Japan, Kirby Triple Deluxe, and that's coming out pretty soon here as well. I believe it's March, I think, something like that. And it looks a return to the classic kind of style of Kirby, but not except for those experimental ones, not much changes in terms of gameplay. They'll have one thing here or there, but it's always just a plethora of powers, just tons and tons of enemies to eat. All of them have pretty unique powers, and you're going through Dreamland and you're fighting stuff. And I like the Kirby games. I never found them too challenging. The creator, when he first made the first one, Sakurai really wanted to make something that was appealing to everybody and it wasn't that challenging, and a Nintendo property that everybody could play. And I think I think it's well regarded as one of those titles. But for some people, a lot of hardcore people that are probably like, it's for babies. But it's a fun game. It's supposed to make you happy, and you're supposed to have fun with it. You're not supposed to be like, yeah, I beat Kirby and I have every single thing because I'm the master gamer. Hail Satan. I don't know who those trolls worship. Probably Rick Astley or something like that. But I think Kirby is pretty much reaching the breaking point of let him go for a while, or he needs something super drastic. And do you have any ideas where you want Kirby to go?
God, I don't want Kirby to get gritty.
I think Kirby's not a thing to get gritty, I think some properties have room for that, but I can't see him being anything other besides a cute ball of fluff. I mean,
yeah, the little pink.
We've joked before
ball
of him eating people and spitting their shards out for an actual of someone eating somebody else, but that would be horrifying.
Yeah. I think Kirby could have an epic adventure. I think like a real epic adventure. Just I don't know. I keep thinking Dreamland. if you ever remember that game for the Sega Saturn,
Knights?
or Knights, you could have like a crossover with that.
Well, I guess technically they could if they gave the property over to Sega.
Because I mean, they're both Dream characters, and Nintendo's in with Sega right now. I mean, since Sega's
Yeah,
not
they
really its
got
own
Sonic
video
Boom
game
coming for the
console.
Wii U. Have you seen that trailer? Bangarang! We gotta do a podcast. Okay, listeners, allow us to go tangent here for a second. We gotta do a podcast about how fucking terrible Sonic has become. There's 1,000 Sonic games. They sell well, apparently, even though like they keep on getting panned by the media for just being horseshit. It's like every single time there's a new announcement, it's like, this is the one that's gonna be good, and then it comes out, it's like, the next one. The next one's gonna be good.
We were just kidding.
We promise. And now they made Sonic like huge, and they made Knuckles actually like a.
Oh, I have seen that. Holy crap! Knuckles is on like steroids.
That's pretty.
He's
dumb.
huge.
There's a comparison chart besides the original Sonic and how tall he's become over the years. I mean, Sonic used to be a chubby little dude.
Yep, short and chubby. Now he's fucking like tall.
Because that's what a hedgehog is. Now. And a werewolf, and a knight, and other horseshit things. But anyway, back to Kirby. While there's a lot of Kirby games, I don't think any of them have reached the Sonic status of just being random and having him do crazy things. But maybe they should experiment with them and make him go somewhere else besides Dreamland, because like Mario has become for the past like 5 games, everything seems the same aesthetically, and they just need to change it up with like a new world or something and have him go really crazy. Because I think Kirby's Epic Yarn did that, and then Mass Attack was right after that, so that was pretty different. But Return to Dreamland was pretty much classic Kirby, and this new Triple Deluxe basically looks like classic Kirby. And I mean, there's a new game coming out, so I don't think this is another game where we.
So it's time to get crazy.
This is another game, like another series that we don't have to worry about in terms of like rebooting and getting people on like the Kirby wagon. But maybe for the next game, I would like to see like a proper Wii U, super different, maybe a 3D Kirby or just something off the wall, or maybe retire him. I don't know.
Kirby meets Vincent from Catherine.
Maybe. Oh my gosh, Shay, you gave me a good idea combining what you said about that and him being in dreams. What if we did a crossover game where Kirby invades dreams from Nintendo characters? Like somebody put them to sleep, probably Magikoopa put all the Nintendo characters to sleep in the middle of the brawl fights, and Kirby has to save them by going to each and every single dream world and waking them up. So going to Mario, and the stages in that one are very Mario-centric, goes into Link, Link-centric, etc. I think that'd be a really cool way to not have it be like a super Kingdom Hearts level type of crossover, but just have it be there's a Kirby game with like a little bit of a twist on it while getting other properties in the middle of it as well. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it would make sense because he's a Dreamland and he's a ball of puff and he goes into dreams, or however that lore works. I don't even.
This is when we find out Kirby is the guardian of all.
Yeah,
dreams.
I don't even know what the lore of Kirby is. He's like,
I don't. Is there lore?
Right back at ya.
He just. He always just fights King Dedede.
And Meta Knight's in the background, and yeah.
Yeah, Meta Knight's like a good guy that's a bad guy.
He has angst. He has like
he
has the '90s appeal of anime.
He's mad.
I was thinking Cloud, or Squall.
Oh.
But yeah. So I think that would be an awesome game. Actually, that was like the first Nintendo idea that I actually had in the past like 5 episodes of this stuff where I actually got an idea for something to do. But so yeah, Kirby in Nintendo Dreamland, Rise of the Dark Sun. Oh my gosh, Shay, the twist of the game. The twist? It's fucking Sonic.
Yeah. Sonic was inside.
No.
Kirby the whole time.
He put everybody to sleep because he's jealous of everybody being better in the series.
Oh.
And so at the end of each stage is a Sega character. And so it's a double crossover.
Burn.
And then let's actually, as long as we're making it that crazy, let's do a crazy crossover. And the actual boss of everything is like Crash Bandicoot.
Oh.
It's like, I've really forgotten. So it's Inception. It's an Inception, where it's
and then
it's a dream within a dream, and then yeah. Oh my gosh, I want this game. I want this game really bad. Should I do some mock-up art of Kirby going inside a Kirby and a Sonic and a...
Oh. You know what I just keep thinking of now? You remember how Crash used to talk in the game? Always looked like he was having a seizure.
Crash?
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
He never really
Or
had
like,
a voice.
uh,
He's like, ah! When he got
in
hit.
original Sonic Adventure. Did you ever play that one? Whenever Sonic would talk, his eyes would move with his mouth. It was like a glitch in the game. Like when he talked, his eyes would like move in like intervals like his mouth. He'd be like, his mouth would be like all over the place. He'd be like, "Hey guys, guess what I found?" But it looked like he's fucking tweaking out.
I found some Chaos Emeralds. Sonic, that's just some grass. No, it's Chaos Emeralds. Trust me, you guys. This is an analogy for this is a game. This is actually good. This is some good grass right here. Yes. So yeah, Nintendoception coming out 2015 for the Wii U, exclusive right here. Drop the mic. Let's move on.
Boom, ba-jack, boom, boom, ba-jack, boom, ba-jack, boom, boom.